Cheers. Cheers to Coach Jilly.
Cheers. Thank you so much for coming down.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Disgusting.
You don't like Jameson.
All right.
I'm new here.
She's new here.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to another episode of Garage Sessions. Today we just have a lovely guest already. We already talked a lot off camera. It's going to be an amazing episode. We have the amazing Coach Jilly in the building. And for those who don't know, she is the lovely mother of our amazing producer, Emme.
Emme Drue.
To all the mothers.
But she is also a life coach, a relationship coach. But for the people that don't know, can you explain what do you do?
Oh, I should have prepared my bio.
Hey, it's all good.
Well, at night I am a radio host.
Already started.
All right. My spiel is that I'm a life, love, and relationship coach. My training is in conscious relationships. I do all kinds of things. I'm a certified hypnotherapist. I do somatic breath work. I just help people connect more to themselves and to the people that they love. That's the way. I just have a real passion for relationships. Because I'm single, I do help women a lot with dating. Because I'm dating. And
yeah, you hear that? She's single. So you hear that.
And yeah, so I just like to, both of my kids are here offset and they were homeschooled. So when I boil it all down, I just tell people I'm a teacher. At heart, I'm really just a teacher. I love digesting what life's brought me through and sharing it with other people and challenging perspectives. I'm curious. I like to ask a lot of questions. We were asking questions
already.
Started.
This episode's about to be crazy. I already know it.
How long have you been doing this?
I have been coaching. I've been coaching my whole life. I was like Emme, your producer, where I just had this innate kind of wisdom or perspective where people would be like, well, I'm going through this thing. What do you think? And it always just flowed naturally out of me to look at things from different angles.
Yeah.
So I was like the friend that people came to for advice. Professionally, I've been coaching for about 7 years now.
So was it more something that you realized that you were good at because people kept coming up to you and that's how you got into it? Or how did you?
That's a really good question. And I think that really plays into our, the part of our conversation around creativity. Because if you asked me if I was a creative before this, I would have been like, well, no, I'm not really that creative. I don't draw. I don't sing or dance. I don't play an instrument. But what I like to curate or create is conversations, perspectives, experiences.
That's amazing.
I like to create environments where people, where I challenge their thinking or I teach them something new. So that's the way. And I do like to write. I write. So I just shifted gears on you. What was your question?
No, it's okay. Why or how did you start doing this? Was it because your friends were coming up to you and you realized you were good at it, or?
I am a certified CrossFit coach.
Oh.
And so years ago, as my
kids
kids started getting older, and my son came to me, he was like, all right, Mom, I'm ready to go to school now. And I was like, oh, shit.
I'm not going to have my son
I
here.
was like, if he wants to go to school, then Emmy's going to go to school. And then I'm out of a fucking job. But I was like, now it's time to decide, like, what am I going to be when I grow up? Yeah. And I realized, like, I just love teaching people. I love coaching, encouraging, teaching. So it was born kind of from that place. I was like, okay, what am I good at? And that's really how you figure out your purpose. You really do look at what you did as a kid.
Yep.
And try to figure out how to monetize it or capitalize or grow from it or bring it out into the world in some way.
As a kid, did you do any sports? Were you active or were you kind of just a introvert kid?
I was in my room listening to the radio, writing song lyrics and poetry. and probably obsessing over boys.
Of course.
And no, I wasn't athletic at all. So there's some real irony in
CrossFit coaching.
in CrossFit coaching. It's
and talking to people,
which is so freaking intense.
Yeah.
Like, the best CrossFit athletes are the ones that have a background in high school or collegiate level athletics. But once I got into that environment, I realized like I wanted to help. I wanted to teach. And I saw that CrossFit's so intimidating. You know, just watch some videos and you're like, well, these people are batshit crazy. And I thought, well, but if I can do it, anybody can do it. So I just wanted to help create
a space.
A space, an environment where people felt like, oh, if she can do it, I can do it too. I love to watch people move. I read people, and I love just to help people feel like they accomplished something that they didn't think that they could accomplish.
That's amazing. So what was the first step to go into that direction though? Like as like a certified and all this and get your license on, like what was the first step you had to take? Cause I don't know what the first step would be.
Yeah, that's a good question. It was a progression. So when I first started my coaching journey, I was really intrigued with health and wellness. So it started there. And I was like, well, what if I could help people eat better and feel better in their bodies and balance their hormones? And, at the time I was struggling with some health issues, and my husband at the time was struggling with some issues with depression and things like that. And I was like, food is medicine, and we're so deficient in these vitamins and minerals. And I bet you the more I learn about this, that I could help. And so that's kind of where it started. And it really progressed from there. And I started realizing like, yeah, the health and the food stuff's cool, but what if we changed our minds?
You hear that?
What if you could change your whole life if you change your mind? Not just food, not just exercise. Like, it's the whole shebang.
Yeah.
And so that just drew me in, and I realized, like, after my marriage ended, I was like, I love relationships. And I've always I love to watch people relationship out in the world. Like, I told you, I watch people. I watch how they move. I watch how they interact.
Yeah.
And I love love.
I love that. You hear that?
What a wholesome episode this is going to be.
This is great. We're going to curse in a minute.
Yeah.
We're getting nasty and talking about
Yeah.
sex,
We're getting the sweet stuff out first.
So, life, the beauty, the richness of life is about the relationships you have. Nobody goes to the grave just wishing they had more money. No one's going to lay on their deathbed and be like, the dishes. I wish I had washed the dishes.
Yeah.
There's going to be like, who's there by my bedside?
Yeah.
Whose face do I want to see?
Exactly.
I just finished watching Outlander, and it's like every time somebody was about to get killed or hung or sent to the gallows, they're like, I just want to see a friendly face before I die. It's so true. It's like life, the beauty, the richness, the life is better with people you love, with close personal relationships.
Definitely.
Yet we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
None of us do.
That's crazy.
Divorce rates are through the roof.
Yeah.
People can't get along. And
No, that's crazy you brought that up, because I was just talking to my friend last night where we were talking about depression, how we've been feeling this, like, it's only been like a month of the new year, but like nothing crazy career-wise has happened to me, but like I feel like I've been the most fulfilled I've been in a long time, because the people I surround myself with, and like talking about the future, and like seeing what can come from like everyone's like hard work and stuff. So like it's crazy you brought that up, because literally just talking about it, but like people like I've surrounded myself with this past month and even the end of last year was like, it was like the most fulfilling I felt in a while. So
we've all heard it. But the truth is, your life is, most influenced by the 5 people you hang around the most.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's sweet, but it really is true. And if you're around a bunch of turkeys, no offense, Kenny.
Sorry, Kenny.
Chicken.
That's funny. No,
If you're
but-
around a bunch of turkeys that just want to
yeah,
drink and goof off, or
exactly.
it's
I've been in that position too, where like
there's nothing
definitely.
wrong with drinking and goofing off.
Yeah, nothing
Just
wrong with
there's
that.
Time and place.
Time and place, but like I've been around like friend groups where like that's all we did, and like I was not feeling motivated, so I just had to remove myself. But that mentality, just having that mentality with the same people is just like it's a must. And my parents always told me too, like my parents don't really go out as much either. Like have a lot of friends, just like me. I have the 5. I that's all I need, and it's like more friends, kind of like more problems, you know. And like you gotta sneak out all the snakes and stuff, like figure all that out. So it's
You know what I think's interesting, what just came up for me, is you know how like Mark Wahlberg, he employs all of his friends. Will Smith, if you've read his book, amazing. Everyone who works for him are his friends from childhood.
yeah.
There's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those people that love you and support you and have been with you since the beginning. It's something to that.
And then people, there's always that notion of like never work with your friends, but I feel like you have to have that. If you work with your friends, you're able to disconnect there's business and then there's that friendship. So like he'll get on my ass about something and I won't, about work and stuff, about what we're doing, and you just can't take it personal sometimes, you know? So it's like you can work with your friends. It's like possible. Like
Absolutely.
So
just ask the relationship coach.
yeah, right there. Bada bing, bada boom.
Clear, direct communication.
There it is.
What is it like dating as a relationship coach? Do the people that you what'd you say?
Treacherous.
Treacherous?
Yeah, because she can read you.
Do the people that you're going out with know that you're a relationship coach before like the first date?
I will start by saying I'd like to date men that aren't on social media.
We'll get into that. That's another topic. We'll get into that.
I can tell you it's caused a problem in past relationships.
Really?
Them being on social media?
Me being on social media.
Oh, their problem was you being on social media. Oh,
Wow. Interesting.
I remember my last boyfriend. We were in that getting to know you stage, and I never mentioned that I was on Instagram. I never mentioned that, and he found me. He started following me, and I remember, we were having a text exchange, and he called me Coach Jilly, and I looked at the phone and I threw it across the room, and I said,
yeah. So you don't tell them that you're a. That's funny.
No, because, and I vacillate between this. Sometimes I'm like, oh, here I am. Here's what I do. If you're with it, great. I fuck with you. If you're not, fuck all the way off.
Yeah.
And then I have those times where I'm like, let's don't talk about it. Just keep that on. It's not important. And some people are really threatened by that.
Yeah.
By the fact that, the things that I write and that I am very conscious.
Yeah.
I don't know. I post things I don't have anybody in the background going like, except maybe my kids.
Like, Mom, don't post that.
But they're usually like, whatever, that's my mom. They just
give
me the eye roll. But, a dude's not always down for you posting stuff about relationships or about your relationship, however, tactfully you do it, or posting a pretty picture of yourself, or, people like, why are you posting that thirst trap stuff? And I'm like, well, that's just,
it's just the game. And
it's just, it is.
It is what it is.
This is business. I'm
not. Yeah, facts. I thought you were saying it was a problem for you dating a guy that was on social media, like a influencer. You don't have any problem.
Yeah.
No, because I understand
you understand the process. Yeah.
I don't. I realize it's to some degree it's a persona. It's a thing. People. What is interesting. I don't have a lot of followers, but I have a decent amount of following. I love you all if you're watching this.
It is.
Is that people? It's like just a little. I couldn't imagine what it'd be like to be famous. Because people think they know you.
Oh yeah, see this. We'll get into that.
People think they know you, and they'll they'll DM me, or and I've met people in person, and they're like, wow, you're like way different, and I'm like, bro, I like post memes and I write captions on my pictures. Like, you don't know me at all.
Yeah.
You know, I do some Q&As and stuff.
Yeah,
I love that. You know, but the occasional podcast, like, you don't know who I am.
Yeah,
you have some idea in your head about who I am. It's interesting.
I had that experience. I don't have a following as much, but Mr. Ty Dolla Sign, who I've worked for, I've been with him for many occasions, and like just seeing like when we're at events and people coming up to him, and then he'll like say what up, and like they'll try to like be with him the whole night, and then at the end of the night he'll come up to me and be like, dude, I don't even know who that was. And I'm like, damn, like people like are really like ballsy and like think like they know you, and like they just want that clout to like be around those people, and like, oh, it's crazy.
And I'm not experiencing it to any degree like Ty, but
it's definitely definitely.
How did dating change before you were a relationship coach and then after?
I really got my certifications shortly after my divorce. So what changed for me is just my process of
choosing a partner,
scoping out.
Self-discovery, because dating is, I'm trying to think how to phrase this. So dating's, I believe, not about finding a partner. It's about finding yourself first.
I like that.
If you take that approach, that every date I go on, every person I meet is here to teach me something. I'm not here to see if I like you. I'm here, or to see if you like me. I'm here to see if I like you. But a lot of times we're all like, and in my younger days, that's what it was like. Oh, is he going to like me? Is my hair okay? Are my shoes okay? Or my, does this outfit look cute? I mean, and so through my healing process, through my growing up, I'll say, because I was married at 22. I had so much life that I didn't experience. So being out in the dating world really has helped me to grow up. I'm doing at, 40s into my 50s what you guys are doing, hopefully, in your 20s. I wasn't doing that. I was being married and then raising children. So, it's changed. It's changed in a lot of ways, in really cool ways, though, because I am older. So I'm going in with a whole different sense of myself, what I want, what I'm looking for. I'm not in a hurry. I used to really feel like I was in a hurry. Oh, I'm so old. Time's running out. It's like, fuck that. Time's not running out. You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Hold out for what's good for you.
I like that.
All that good stuff.
As times change and all that, but how have you seen, as a teacher, like having your students and people coming up to you, have you seen the dating world change from no social media, no Instagram to now? Like how, because I'll say this firsthand. I hate this generation of dating. Like that's why I'm not trying to be in it. I'm just trying to do my own thing. Like it's just really, I just don't like it. So how has that changed for you as a teacher, and like how have you gone around that process of like?
I love that question because
it's definitely
I
crazy.
used to, dating, in high school, dating in college, it just was you're out, you see someone cute, you make eye contact, maybe you flirt, maybe you buy a drink, maybe they're standing in a parking lot listening to music, so you go over and say hi. It's organic. Definitely. Sadly, entree the internet, which I've seen all of that, like, and none of that existed when I was a kid. And while the internet hyper connects us, it also does the opposite.
Disconnects.
Which is really, so people do things like, ghosting and or, sending dick pics or just really like.
Everything's convenient.
You just would never, we had, Brandon, help me. Cameras, the disposable cameras.
Okay,
like
film
cameras.
film cameras.
Old film cameras, right? Where you sent your shit off to the drugstore to get it developed. And it's like nudes. Yeah. People aren't sending nudes. What the hell? You want the guy at the photo mat to see your titties? No.
That's not happening.
Nobody was doing that. That's like, but now it's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no,
it's
seriously,
like-
that's
It's
crazy.
like it's taken the mystery out of a lot of things, and yet it disconnects people.
Yeah,
I've been out where people are just so like
yeah,
in their phones, where I'm all like,
yeah, yeah. I'm right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
nobody's looking at you.
yeah, yeah.
People would rather be on their phones, which is like shooting fish in a barrel, like cute, 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 no, cute, cute.
Yeah,
cute,
yeah,
nope.
yeah.
And yet it's like a video game because it's not real and you never really have to do anything with it. So to come back, to the question, which is how does it change? It's like I was younger when I dated, and we dated organically. We were on college campuses or in high school, or hanging out in parking lots, or in clubs, or on dance floors, or where people meet. And then bam, COVID happens, and it's like all you have is online dating.
That's true. Yeah.
And yet people want to vilify online dating, which is a bummer, because the truth is I am introverted. I do stay at home a lot. I'm not going to go sit at a bar or in a restaurant by myself where I might have the opportunity to meet somebody. So I love online dating because it does give me, but I also online date with integrity.
Yeah,
I don't ghost people. I communicate directly.
Yeah.
I try to meet people right away. I don't waste people's time. I don't, which I wish more people would date that way. Every relationship that I've been in that has lasted long term has felt easy. There's been an ease about it, to where like either conversation is easy, there's a mutual fascination with one another.
Yeah.
There's things in common. It's like, think about how your friendships have unfolded. Here's a little secret. Romance should kind of be the same way. It's like we try to force. We're like, okay, but if I wear these shoes, will she like me? It's like, you know what? She will.
Yeah.
If she likes you, guess what? You can buy a new pair of shoes. Like, if someone's willing to just dismiss you over you wearing the wrong shirt or your hair not flipping the right way, like,
wow.
I mean, we're talking about high quality human beings here.
I've told you this, Dylan.
What?
I've essentially told you that a little bit.
Him.
Tell me what?
Because I disagree with you on the nice guy thing.
What do you mean nice? What do you mean?
That they always finish last, or the good guy thing.
Oh, that they always finish last.
Yeah, nice guys finish last.
Yeah,
No,
nice
no,
guys
I-
finish.
yeah,
Good guys.
yeah,
We
yeah,
come to
yeah.
the good guys.
Us, for example.
Us.
Yeah, us, for example.
We like to say we're good guys.
Yeah,
Okay?
I've basically told you that.
So yeah, if you be a good guy, yeah. I just think, just in this generation, like you just have to like find that right, like she said, find the right one to accept that good. But like it's always like a lot of, maybe it's just the wrong girls I'm looking for, but they just like having the dickhead as their guy. Yeah. What's going back with your question with like how you teach and stuff? What, I don't know if you can say this, but like what is the most like difficult question, or like the question you like not were stumped on, but you had to like really dive deep to like find the answer?
I think women these days have a really hard time being in their feminine energy. And when I say that, I mean like being women, being, leaned back and open and able to receive and not need to run the show, make the decisions, lead the conversation, choose where we're going to eat, pay for everything, whatever, and I get that society has, full of single mothers and, women who are having high-powered careers and running households and raising children, and all of that doing energy is, as women, we have to do it, right? You got to clean your house, you got to put gas in your car and go to the dentist and show up for work, and all of that is doing energy. But women these days are so disconnected from their sensuality, from their bodies, from their from their feelings, and like that is what comes to me over and over and over again. Women are like, how do I stop doing this? How do I stop wanting to take over and be the boss and run things? And I want to attract a man who
will lead. I want to attract a man who is decisive. I want to attract a man who will pay for dinner and wants to plan a trip. And it's like, but I just do all those things all the time. And so that just comes up over and over again. Women are like, how do I stop doing that?
What's your answer for that?
It's a whole process.
Yeah.
But the first step I would say as a woman is to start to tune into your senses. We're so in our heads, right? Because you have to email and this and that, figure this out, go there and do this. And logistically, and right, we think. Well, when are we being? When are we still or with ourselves? When are you feeling like, do you get out of the get out of the shower and slap the lotion on and do your hair, wrap your hair up and run out there? Yeah, that's what we all do. But what if you slowed down? What if you felt the wind on your skin or the sun, the warmth of the sun on your face, or listen for the birds chirping? Because they're out there and they're chirping. We're not listening. What if you light a candle because you love the way it smells?
I like that.
What if you just slowed down or danced to the music that you heard in the kitchen while you're preparing dinner? Like, move your body, be with yourself. It's like women are so disconnected. They're up here and they're not in here at all. And so that's really the first place I say is like, as a woman, take a shower with the lights off, get in touch with your senses, smell the shampoo, the warmth of the water, all the tactile things, all the, and just be more intentional.
There it is.
These guys are like, ooh, yeah, we like that.
No,
That's
definitely
nice. That's really nice.
Now I want to
You
go.
can tell the difference, though, right? You
Yeah.
can tell the difference between a girl who's like bossing in charge and the girl that's like, that would be great,
Oh, definitely.
and you're like, ooh.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah,
I like that one.
right? Right?
No, yeah, facts. It's all
And forgive me, I speak in heteronormative terms.
Yeah.
So not
Yeah.
knowing, I do disclose that from time to time. I always speak in heteronorm. I'm hetero. I like men, but so when I speak of masculine and feminine energy, I do it in the gender normative terms, which is not fair. I confess it's not fair. There are women who are very strong masculine energy and men who have very strong feminine energy, and those people do great together. So the whole idea is just to connect with someone who's got polar energy. But you'll see as you move through life, whether there's a woman who wants to be in charge and you want to be in charge, eventually that energy won't, you'll probably become more like roommates than you would lovers.
That's crazy. Yeah.
With people like that.
I
Or
think
you'll
that
be
was my
more
past relationship. That's how I felt. Like towards the end of it, we were becoming just like good friends.
Yeah.
You've
got to have that opposite energy. Think about two ends of a magnet to create polarity, to create erotic tension. But if both of you are moving in the same energy, then it's like it ends up being
for the male now. It's always been this notion of like males have to be strong, they can't cry, they can't be vulnerable, they have to be the man of the house, which I will say that is somewhat of how I was raised with my father. He was kind of born in that mentality. How would you tell a man that what are the first steps for a man to be vulnerable? And like, when you go dating and stuff, do you like a man that is vulnerable with his feelings, or like how does that process?
I want to make this delineation. There is a difference between a weak man and a vulnerable man. There's a difference. And a weak man is one who won't lead, who's not sovereign over himself or his feelings. And those men are weak. A man who cries is not weak. Some men that cry are weak. Crying doesn't make a man weak. It is his inability to lead himself first and then others that make him weak. I love vulnerability. I love a deep, honest share. If I'm sharing something and it moves you to tears, or you're watching a movie and you cry, I think it's great.
Yeah.
I encourage open expression of emotions. And I'm doing my best now to make sure my kids know that that's healthy. We're sick because we keep everything inside.
Yep.
So now, is there a kind of man who is so overly emotional that he is governed by his emotions, or he is reactive, or he can't make a decision, or he won't lead? The man that's like, oh, whatever you want, honey. That's not that. And I know he does that to be free of conflict, but that's
not the confidence and that power, like.
Correct. That's not masculine energy.
Yeah.
Masculine energy can lead and also be tender. It can also hold space for emotions to flow, knowing that they're going to flow. They'll come and then they go. They're like tunnels. A beginning, a middle, and an end.
No.
You know, they don't stick around forever. But yeah, so to answer your question, I very much value a man who can express his emotions while also being strong, confident, alpha even. There's a time and a place. The problem with women these days is that we are so disconnected from our own feelings that a man's display of emotion or his ability to express himself, she'll say, he's so emotional. Well, honey, that's because you're out of touch with your own emotions.
Interesting.
Women need to create a safe place where men can be vulnerable. We're talking about behind closed doors. We're talking about everyone needs a place where they feel safe.
For sure.
So my advice for men, choose a safe space to express yourself. But I encourage you to express yourself. I think that men are, testosterone's at an all-time low. Our stress is killing us. People are dying of heart attacks. Our blood pressure's high. And all this stuff, I believe, is a direct correlation of our inability to express ourselves. I think that we've just spent lifetimes keeping it all smushed in there. And we have no way to let it out because why? Because real men don't cry. Buck up. If you don't stop crying, I'll give you something to cry about. We're just like, we're all raised like that by these fathers who were like, quit being a baby, knock it off, and it's, we do our sons and the men in our lives a huge disservice by not allowing them a safe place to emote.
Definitely.
Do you get a lot of male clients?
I don't get a lot of male clients. I mostly work with women, but yeah, I get a few here and there.
Do they generally come to you with the same issues, or
men usually will come to me because they're heartbroken. They come to
immediately
me
post relationship
because they've lost a woman.
I should have called you right when that shit happened. God damn.
Emme. Just kidding.
It's usually losing the woman that they love or that they think that they want to be with.
I literally should have called you.
Typically what drives men.
You didn't know her
to
yet. It's
seek
okay.
I know.
Okay,
I know. I just wish. I'm saying I just wish I did, bro. Like, I was very disappointed.
I gotta pick up the kids. He's got to go pick up the Girl Scout cookies.
Before Mr. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, I feel like there were other questions.
Oh, there it is. I like that one.
Whoa.
What is maturity in a person?
Maturity in a person is the ability to stay open-minded and open-hearted to the differences of others. And I just came up with that off the fly.
Bada bing, bada boom. Professional. I liked it.
This is the kind of conversation I would have with my son. Maturity. I would.
It's also kind of a relative, like it can be looked at that way, but it can also be looked at in a relative sense as far as like maturity can stand for a lot of different things, a lot of different times.
Yeah, like how you handle yourself in various
How
settings.
to carry yourself.
Kind of like progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. Ooh, I like that. Do I need to repeat that on?
Yeah.
Okay. So you said, Emme said she thinks that maturity is your
Mistakes.
Ability to grow from your
ability
mistakes.
or your willingness. Your willingness to learn from your mistakes versus allowing your mistakes to keep you stuck where you are.
I like that.
Articulate that. I like that too.
Like that.
Yeah. We could go down a whole road about growth mindset, fixed mindset. You know, there's a kind of a belief system that some people are just growth minded and some people are fixed. You know, they're just like, well, this is who I am. This is, no, I'm good. Staying right here.
Interesting.
I actually think it's true. Yeah. Yeah.
This question kind of goes into like maturity and growth and all that, but my main question was, you hear a lot of, especially like out of college, like, I mean, I was one of those people, like, I need to like skip a year and find myself, who I am and all that, and like become my true self. How would you answer this in your way of, how does someone able to do that, and how do you know you become your true self?
It's a journey, not a destination.
That's my quote of the year. What's my quote of the year? A man who enjoys walking will, what did I say? A man who enjoys walking will go further than the man who loves the destination.
I love it. Yeah. Your true self. I think I just turned 51 years old. I'm still trying to figure out who the hell I am. I mean, I know who I am. Like, as you get older and older, I think the greater thing is being able to recognize in what settings and around what people you lose yourself. Where are you quieting your voice? Where are you holding back your truth? Where are you not being the fullest expression of yourself? And that's a lifetime, right? Just getting into various settings where you're like, oh, I noticed, like, normally I would be bopping to the music here, but I don't want these people to think I'm weird. Just gonna chill.
I think we've all been there.
Bit. Or, you know, I'm new in this relationship with this person. It's going really well, and I don't want to fuck it up. So, but you know, that thing that happened the other day kind of bothered me, but I'm not gonna bring it up because I don't want to. And it's like, you're not being yourself. Like, if you're not fully expressed, you're not being yourself.
Don't fart.
Just fart.
Don't
It's
fart.
funny.
Don't fart.
Everybody,
Well, I'm glad to know that you feel safe with us then, Dylan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I fart all the
Everybody.
time now. I'm chilling now. That's what I'm saying. And I always say too, if this is how I show I love, like, I actually care for you and love you, is I'll talk shit about, not talk shit, but what's the definition?
roast.
Yeah, I'll roast you. I'll bust your balls. And
Yep.
like, if I'm more of like a professional, like just trying to talk to you and just create a civil conversation, it's like, it's not that I don't like you. It's just more of the fact I'm just not comfortable with you, or it is a scenario where I just don't fuck with you and I don't like.
Yeah.
That's
sarcasm.
Yeah, that's
and
how-
whatever.
that's-
It's like how you express love.
That's how I show, because that's how both, like, me and that's how I was raised, is
your
like,
love language.
yeah, it's my love
Sarcasm
language.
is a love
Like,
language.
if I bust your balls,
Yeah.
I love
you're
you.
in.
I love you. Yeah.
You're golden.
And if I literally bust your balls like I do with Mo all the time, like literally ball
Literally,
check him,
like, punch me.
then
Yeah.
I love him. You know, that's my definition of love. So
There you have it.
that's what
My
I'm
love language is physical abuse. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
Dylan farts on you, you're in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. What's your love language? Okay, my actual true. What are the
They are words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time, receiving gifts, and acts of service.
Okay, mine is definitely physical touch. I love cuddling. I love holding hands. You know, getting little smooches in there. You know,
I love
That's
little
just-
smooches.
yeah. But that's definitely my love language.
I think for me, I think it's like between quality time and physical touch. I think.
Quality time's hard for me sometimes because I like being alone. I need my
Yeah.
space, my alone time.
Yeah, but quality time is just that. It's the time that you are
You
together.
are together.
It's really, you're really present. You're
Mhm.
really with
Yeah.
each other, and you're
Mhm.
not like doing the phone thing.
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
maybe
yeah, yeah.
maybe not staring at a movie. Not that there's anything wrong with watching movies together, but like
Yeah.
quality time is just like
When you're together.
us
Mhm.
we're present,
Yeah.
we're even having a nice conversation, or we've set aside this time to be with each other.
What's your love language?
Yeah, all of them, baby.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Give it all
Jack
to
of all
me.
trades.
She's greedy.
Give
She's
it all
Jack.
to me. I do. I will tell you, when I was in a relationship where I was starved of particular love languages, then those were more prominent or prevalent for me. I was always a real big words of affirmation, girl, quality time. And then as I've gone and done more self-discovery and healing work, I really, I am more of a physical touch and quality time. I really don't need somebody to say, hey, thanks for taking out the trash.
Yeah,
you know,
I
I
don't need
used to
that,
just,
yeah.
I was just like,
Itching
just
for it.
tell me
Mm.
something you like, something good. And yeah. So when you're in a situation where you're not getting something, or it's just really like it's you're neglected in that way, it does. So the point is this: the love languages, your love languages, they're not fixed. They're changeable, and the more evolved you are, the more healed you are as a person, the less you're going to really like hyper focus on one. Like you never can do anything for me. You just run the vacuum, take out the trash, you know, which is an acts of service thing. Like,
Yeah. If you're in a relationship and you aren't getting like the service of your love, like how do you go about telling your partner, like, without sounding greedy or sounding like it's not like,
yeah, without being critical.
Yeah, like how do you
say
go
what you
about
like.
that?
You say what you like. Praise always works better than criticism. Yeah. You just say, Mo, I really love it when you
Blah, blah, blah.
give me a hug when
Yeah,
you come
yeah,
in the
yeah.
door. Like, I love that. Like,
Just being
make it fun, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
everybody wants to be, most people respond well to positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love when you do that. I love when, you know, you bought me that thing the other day, and I was telling everybody about it. It's like, I love when you buy me things. Or when it's not happening, you just find the time that it did happen. I really enjoy when you this, and this for me. And that's just...
without like attacking them.
Yeah. Like you never... Who is motivated by the, you know, you never...
Yeah, that's where I fucked up on.
You never
I might
take
have
me to
said that.
dinner anymore. And
Yeah.
we never dress up and go anywhere.
Yeah.
You're so lazy. Like, who responds well to that?
You're right.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
Emmy's gonna tag in for a bit to join the conversation.
Oh yeah.
This is
Mr. Mo?
good. This is going to be the longest podcast ever.
I'm gonna cut this part out. It was nice seeing you.
You too.
I will.
It is. Yeah, I'm used to it now. I'm going to
Mr. Mo had to step out real quick, take care of some business.
business.
I'll text you when we're on the way.
Oh yeah, you guys are seeing a movie tonight, right?
Yeah, just going to his house.
Mic check.
Mr. Mo had to take a step out, take care of business, but Miss Emme is joining me.
Do I have time to go to the bathroom?
Absolutely.
Go for it.
Go
We're
for it.
gonna be here for all night. All night.
This is definitely gonna not stir up some shit, but we've had
Oh
I
my
like-
me,
I love-
Emme,
I
and,
love shit
and
stirring.
we've
Dude,
had
I was over it. I literally left.
um.
I left. I was like,
It's
I gotta go.
it's good we're talking about this because we did talk a lot about this generation of dating, and I'm sure this term has been said before even social media, but like the whole thing about dating is like you have to play the game, which meaning for me and Brandon's scenario, like we said, a lot of girls that will say go to the bar and all that, or just majority of girls we've probably interacted with or we see on social media that is projected on social media is they like the dickheads. It's basically the same question of the good guys.
The good
But
guy
no,
versus
the
nice
question
guy.
was more. No, it was more of like, do you have to play the game?
Oh,
to,
yeah.
To not be stereo or not. No, that's my point.
I gotta tap my boy in. You wanna come on camera?
All right. Come on.
No, he's coming on camera. No, come on.
No.
we
come
can
on.
share a mic.
You can share a mic.
It's okay.
Good. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, we'll share a mic, Dylan.
No, he'll sit right here.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Be next to mom.
My man coming
This
on
is-
camera.
Dude,
This is the whole
This is
family.
my
I'm
dream
adopted.
right here.
this is my brother Jameson.
This is her.
Mic
brother.
check,
Damn, this
mic
is
check.
bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome.
That's
in
why
front
most of the
camera.
guests wear like sunglasses. They look all badass on
I
camera.
just want to say one thing. I made them.
That's my biological
Where's
mom.
my? Oh,
I made them.
is the mic
This is
covering my
Emme
face?
Jameson.
All right, so let's go back to the topic of I'm in agreement now with you. I've talked with my friend Luciano too. Like there is a game, and when we first had this argument, I was saying now I've tried to be the good guy and all that. So am I doing it wrong? Should I play the game to talk to a girl at least or do something? And then now I'm at the perspective of no, I should. That's just changing who I am as a person. But what you were gonna say about like?
So I was
this
gonna say, first of
scenario
all,
of the game?
I had In-N-Out before I came here, so my breath smelled like onions.
It's onions.
So
That's good
if
stuff.
you smell something, that's me. But
He
but
might
no,
fart
no,
on
I
me,
was just
too.
gonna say like, with the right person, there is no game.
Thank you.
Like you don't have to play because
Sage
the
wisdom.
girl that I'm with right now, Anna, my beautiful princess girlfriend,
pretty princess.
I
princess.
was in the process of
Yes.
looking for a girlfriend very intentionally for a while, and I dated a lot of girls, and I noticed that like all the girls that I wanted to be with made it very hard for me, in a lot of different ways. Like I'm very transparent, and if I want to hang out with you or be with you, I'm gonna make that clear. And some girls, like y'all are saying, aren't into that. Some girls want the antics and want the entertainment and
I
want
love
the
that.
drama.
I love that use of the word antics.
Yeah, and they don't really want something real in the moment. They just want the entertainment that comes with.
Yeah, they want to be chased. They
Yeah,
want
yeah,
Right.
they want the game.
They have a lack of substance, and they're trying to fill a void.
But what I was gonna say with no, you're right,
She's
totally
such a
right.
proud mom right now. Look at her.
With the girl that I'm with now, we've been together for almost a year now. There wasn't any of that, and that was the first time I've experienced that, and that's how I knew immediately that she was the one because I didn't have to try. Like it was a
Effortless.
There was an ease. There was a
yeah,
flow.
it was
there
a reciprocation of like of feelings, and there was
Yeah.
no like I didn't have to second guess myself. Like from the very first date we went on, we both were on the same page, and there was no like oh, I wonder if she likes me or if I should
Yeah.
keep wasting my time. Like it was
or
just
do
like
I wait to call? I remember you and I talking about this too, and you were like, "I want to see her
Yeah.
again." He goes, "Is it too soon to ask her out
That's-
again?"
Right,
Or
and
is
that
it
was-
this?"
Soon.
and that was
Yeah.
from my conditioning from all the previous
Like,
relationships.
Is she gonna think like
Exactly, and that but
too
the truth
much.
but the truth is the right person
It's not gonna think that.
100%
Yeah,
is not
and I
gonna-
want to say to that point, Jay and Emmy's dad. I told you I didn't tell you. I was 18 when I met him.
Wow.
And we were at a club, and I had seen him previously somewhere else. And then I ran into him, or I saw him and his friends at the club, and I approached him and I was like, "I think I know you." And he was like, "What? No. Oh, how do you know me?" And the conversation went from there. I think we saw each other 2 days later. And then after that, we started dating. I mean, there was never it was like, I like you like me, let's hang out.
And you didn't have to say it directly. Like it's
There
just
was
like
no,
yeah.
do I call? He didn't wait 3 days to call me. Back then there wasn't cell phones and stuff, but that whole like get her number, wait 3 days to call her. That whole, it just flowed, and it was easy, and we liked each other. We liked each other.
I think the point that when we had this conversation, what was it, like a couple months ago, Dylan and Brandon were both saying that, well, if we want it to last, if we want the conversation, or if we want to grow the relationship, you have to play the game. Because if you want her interest to stay with you, you need to kind of maneuver around all these obstacles in order to keep her attention. Which I was just mind blown at, because obviously I'm a girl, so my mindset isn't alike to that, because I view the world a little bit differently because of my lens. But I was just saying, I was like, well, why would
You're welcome.
Why would you want to be with a girl
Yeah, facts.
that makes you feel like you have to play the game?
Yeah, that's where she got me on that one.
And Dylan was saying, well,
She's not wrong.
I
No.
get that. I feel like Dylan was really understanding me like the most in the moment. And he was like, well, yes, I agree, but not all women have that same viewpoint.
That's right. And those women aren't for you.
Exactly. And that's what I was trying to get at. And it was just like this whole thing. It's like, well, I really like her and I want her to like me. So, and I want her to respond to me. So, you know, she texted me, but she waited 20 minutes to respond since our last text.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wait 20 minutes to respond until her text. And I was just like, are you insane?
I've done it.
Like,
See, that's
I
what
was
I'm
just
saying.
like, and I
Killing
did that
me.
in high school. Oh, this boy Snapchatted me. He's really cute. But he waited 15 minutes to open my Snapchat and then 2 minutes to respond.
God forbid he was sitting down to dinner
And-
with his parents and he couldn't open his phone. I mean,
But it was like, but also at the time, I was surrounded by other girls my age that put such an emphasis on playing that
on
game.
that
and you
game, that's
guys
what I'm
wonder
saying.
why everyone has anxiety.
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody's
Yes.
juiced up on anxiety meds.
Well, I feel like it's like intention at the end of the day because like not everybody wants relationships to be like in a relationship. Some people want relationships to have sex or
The
just for,
status,
Friends with
or the
benefits.
status of having a
exactly or the
significant other.
status or some
Yeah.
people just want to fill their time with something, you know, and but if that's the case, then yeah, learn how to play the game. Like if you're a dude and you're just trying to like
do that. on
Yeah.
time.
Score?
You're trying to pass the
then
time.
yeah, learn the game. Read the
I
game.
see. Yeah, definitely.
But if you're looking for valuable connection,
Contact me at Dylan Kodai _ all that. You know where I'm at. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
but for real, like if you're looking for valuable connection to like have a partner, a best friend, a sexual partner, like all in rolled into one, it's like playing the game is going to give you such a disadvantage in the realm of dating.
Yeah.
And
It's not going to get you what you want
relationshiping.
if you really want a
If you
relationship.
really
no,
want
if
what-
you
It's more counterproductive than it is
it's absolutely
productive.
counterproductive.
Well, and think about the energy that
Yeah,
you
that's-
spend.
That's where me and Brandon were like, yo, we both ain't got the time to like
Like the mental gymnastics.
yeah, that's what we were
involved
saying.
and-
Like,
oh my
I don't.
God.
Whoa, what the fuck? A person just. One of the people that.
He's like,
Mo,
no.
bleep this.
Speak.
Yo.
That's the game.
He got. Did you see how excited he just got?
No, I'm not excited. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, how did that happen? Like,
we were
what?
just talking about her. Bleep this out, Mel.
Nothing is coincidence. Let's
Yeah.
just
That's what I'm saying. Nothing is
let's just start
Everything
there.
happens for
a
a reason.
Oh my god.
That's we always say that.
Mel, bleep that out. Whatever the name I said.
I already said it.
Okay,
3
cool.
times in the mic.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear you.
Shit.
Jameson girlfriend off camp, off mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
He texted me, okay, when are you available? We set up our second date, and from then on, we kind of were inseparable.
For that perspective, how did that make you feel when he was like really persistent on like seeing you again? Like, how did that like? Were you not like that?
Because of how I felt towards him,
Yeah.
there wasn't any
Weird feeling. Yeah. So
because
Yeah.
I mutually was so ready to see him.
yeah,
After our first date, I was
definitely,
ready to hang out again.
definitely.
When it's
Exactly.
mutual,
There's the point.
There's no question or yeah.
oh, he's weird. He texted me.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying too hard. He's putting in too much
He's too
energy.
much
He's
work.
doing
He's
too
trying
much.
too hard. Yeah.
Feelings, it's not. There's not that weird.
Yep.
And that is how you get a girlfriend. 1-on-1.
There you go. Mic drop.
Mic drop. No, thank this availability. There it is. So, like I said, my Instagram is Dylan Kodai.
This is where I step out.
Give it up for the brother. Give it up for the brother.
Thanks, Jay.
Thank you. Special.
No, but I think
special guest star.
honestly, I think we can end it on that note. It's
Yeah.
very positive. Amazing to have you
He just
on.
wants to respond to
You're,
that text message, yo.
I gotta respond to this ASAP, like ASAP Rocky.
Rocky.
No,
Hey,
but
that's someone I'd like to relationship with.
no, but I really appreciate you coming on. I know
Thank
Mo
you.
appreciated
Yeah,
you,
thanks,
and,
Mom.
and it's been
Did we talk about how tall you thought I was
Oh.
before I got here?
So we're gonna end it on a very positive note. She
Let's try
felt really
that.
good about this.
So I got
Emmy-
here and I sat in the
So
chair. and it
Emme
was like,
is 5'0".
I'm
Uh,
I'm 5'3.5".
5'3", and
I say 5'4". I usually say 5'4", but you're the slightest bit taller than me.
yeah. So
And you're 5'4".
5'4".
before you came here, we all the crew were discussing, and you brought up that we had to see the angle of the camera,
Yeah,
and you
'cause my
said,
feet don't touch.
yeah, you said,
Yeah,
your
Brandon
mom-
asked, "Is your mom the same height as you?" Because I was sitting in the guest chair and we were doing camera tests to whatever position the camera's. And I
And-
was like, "Yeah, she's pretty much the same
and
height."
we all
And everybody was
thought-
like,
we all thought through your Instagram, social media, you were about my height, which is 5'8", to Mo thought
Apparently.
she was 6'1", which
Bo, I
is
love that guy.
yeah. But we all thought you were taller, so and you
6'1".
said it made you feel great. So you have tall people
Yeah.
energy.
Tall people energy.
That-
I
that's-
didn't even know it.
she thought it was a really good compliment.
Yeah, I've never received that kind of compliment before.
I didn't even
seem
view it
tall.
as like a
I
compliment.
didn't even
but,
think
like,
that can be a
I felt like
compliment.
maybe as
but
a man, because women don't usually like
that's true.
want to be taller
You seem
unless they
tall.
want to be like a model or something.
I
but-
interpreted that as presence and
vibes.
Big
stature.
vibes.
Like stature, like
Yeah.
I don't mean like tall, like big. I mean like
I
stature.
think carrying
like,
yourself
Position.
well.
oh yeah, would you say I had good posture?
Yeah,
posture.
she does have really good posture.
On me, we're
I'll
still
be on my phone like this.
we're still
and
yeah
she's
we're
like,
still we're still working on it for me and Emmy and Mel. So
I'll just start doing what my mom does and be like, "Fix your posture." She doesn't sound like that.
She
but-
I
is.
used to
You-
take my technology for my kids if their posture was bad,
she is the on-set mom.
and that too. So they'd
Oh.
sit up straight. But I'd take their hands and move their hands, like if this is the man, this microphone or
I mean, if we're honest, Emmy
like
is the
this.
mom on set. She is the mother.
that.
She is the mother on
Well,
set.
she is the mother of
I
all.
always got
She's my
snacks in my
mother.
bag,
Yeah, she's
making sure everybody ate.
yeah. We're all
Yeah,
good. We're all
can't be
good. If
hangry.
she's
Once-
here,
Did you drink water
yeah.
today?
If she's here, it's gonna be a successful shoot.
She wants to make sure everyone's hydrated,
Exactly.
moisturized.
exactly.
Oh yeah, no,
fed.
Mo, I'll be like Mo.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
Put some lotion on your knuckles.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They say that's the epitome of white privilege is
Oh.
ashy skin.
I'm dead.
ashy skin.
That's
You
so-
should
point.
that is a very good point.
moisturize.
No,
hydrate.
I think that's the episode though.
that
It's
was-
amazing. Coach Jilly
Hey.
in the building.
And for
Thank you.
everybody watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, maybe do a little timestamp. What was your favorite conversation?
Yeah, what
in
did
the
we talk
episode?
about that you
Yeah,
really
what did you take out of the episode? What did you find valuable?
Don't cancel me.
Don't cancel Dylan.
don't play the game?
Also,
Don't play the game.
Follow
Follow.
Coach Jilly
If you're
on
listening,
Instagram.
Yeah, if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Music, and all that, where can they find you? What are your ads?
I'm
What are all your
primarily
ads?
on Instagram, Coach Chili with a Y.
Boom. There
At
it is.
Coach Jilly.
At Coach
Check out
Chili.
our website.
There it
Book a
is.
session.
There it is. If you need help,
Become a better person.
exactly.
Yeah.
Fix your damn mindset.
There
That's
it is.
right.
Yeah.
Don't play the game.
Sit up
Just do the
straight.
d-
Don't
just
play the
do the
game.
damn
sit up
thing.
Just do the damn thing.
Just do the damn thing and contact Coach Jilly.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Thank you again. That is episode 4 for you guys.
Wrap.
Yay.
Thank you.